One of the biggest lessons I learned on my way to becoming financially free by the time I was 28 years old was this. Basically, every single dollar that I was earning, because I was in a commission based sales job, every single dollar I was earning was really left 60 cents for me because of the value of personal income taxes. So that just lit a fire under my ass, realizing the tax rate of my dollar that I earn as a worker, a W 2 worker. So you'll realize if you read Rich Dad Poor Dad or any sort of like financial well off, financial wealth building book, that's the problem with being a wage worker, with being a W 2 worker, is that if you're constantly in the rat race, you are getting paid the lowest form of money, which is like highly taxed dollars. Right? So if you want to be financially free sooner rather than later, that's the first thing to understand is the value of time and effort. So the time that you spend working your job as a W-2 worker, busting your ass for the man, you're getting really paid 60 cents on the dollar because you don't get to claim really any deductions because it's not your company. It's not your company, so you don't get to claim any tax benefits. You are essentially just getting 40 cents on the dollar taken from you by brute force, which is the power of the US government as it relates to IRS and sort of federal and state income taxes. So this is the first lesson you need to learn, is that every single dollar I earn really is more or less 60 cents in my pocket, especially if you're at a slightly decent income range. That's the first lesson you need to learn. And that should really scare you and light a huge fire under your ass to start saving the money that you're earning, not spending it frivolously, cutting down on your living costs as aggressively as you can, because that's another strategic move I made in my early 20s was get roommates and stay that way for a very long time. So even when I was making over 200,000, I was not spending it because I remember every dollar is only 60 cents at the end of the day. So it's not a lot of money. And with that kind of mindset, I was very careful what I spent because every cent that I spent, I would have to work harder for the man to earn that money back. So that should light a fire under your ass.